Hello, Computer Science 7. This is the lesson for Wednesday, March 18th. So we are going to continue with Excel. I did grade your Activity 2 shopping list. We had 7 out of 10 students finish that. If you did not finish it or I couldn't find it, I did send you an email message, so you need to get that finished. The average grade was 87%, which was pretty good. You should probably take some time to open that up and look at your grade and see what you need help with and what you did well. A couple of things that I noticed is that some of you need to remember to use cell reference rather than the number that's in the cell. For example, use B1 or F7 in your formula rather than the number, because if some of your numbers change, the formulas will automatically change the totals. If you use the number that's in the cell and then you go back and change a number, your formulas and your totals won't automatically change. So I noticed that some of you were not using that. Go back and look at your notes and review what cell reference is. Again, it's using the name of the cell, such as B1 or F7, rather than using the number that's in the cell. The other thing I would say, and this is not only with Activity 2, but with all the activities you're going to do, please be careful and take care to follow each direction in the order that it's given, and follow it exactly. The next activity, which is Activity 5, will be your Excel test. So today we're going to do some review and practice of some of the skills that we've already gone over that you'll need when we do Activity 5, and also we are going to learn a new one. So you will have a new assignment today. Finally, the last thing I'd like to say is that it is important that during the week you should probably log in each day. This is an everyday class. So if you skip a couple of days, you might have to work a little bit longer to make it up. So it's easier just to do a little bit each day rather than trying to do a lot all at once. All right, so all of the skills that we've already done are here listed in bold. Today I'm going to show you another function. We learned basic formulas, we've learned the sum function, and now we're going to learn the average function. So you're going to take a bunch of numbers and learn how to calculate an average with the spreadsheet. So the first step we're going to do is go ahead and open up your shared Computer Science 7 folder. Click New Excel Workbook and save the document as average. To do that, you're going to go to My Apps and go to your OneDrive like you usually do. And you're going to go to your Computer Science 7 folder. And you're going to hit New Excel Workbook. And then we're going to save this workbook as average. So we know that when we do that, we just basically click on the name. It's easier when we're working in Excel online. That's one of the advantages of using it. And we're going to save it as average. And then when you click back into the spreadsheet, you'll see that it says it's saved next to the name, and you'll see that the name has changed. Okay, so next, I'm going to have you open your typing test document. And you're going to be copying and pasting your scores from that typing test document for weeks 1 through 7 into column A1 of your new Excel workbook. So what will that look like? So I have my typing test for my sample student here, and I'm going to choose everything from week 1 all the way down to week 7. And once I've got that all highlighted, I'm going to copy it, which, if you'll remember, our shortcuts was Control-C. Then we're going to move over into the Excel worksheet that we just created, average. We are going to put our active cell in A1, and then we're going to paste, which is Control and V. And you'll notice that the formatting isn't quite as nice, but all of your information is in column A. Now I'm moving up and down and just seeing if I have anything long. So it looks like next to text, test 26, I have a long link there. So I'm just going to delete that because I'm going to adjust the columns and I don't want them extra wide. So we got that long link that we don't need. And I'm going to adjust the column width of column A so that everything fits in there. And if you recall, we just hover over the line between column A and B till we get that double-sided arrow. And we double click on that and the column will automatically adjust the correct width. We can add some more formatting. And this is some of the skills that you're going to need for when you're doing your activity 5, which again counts as a test. So we're doing this to review that and also to learn the new function of average. So we're going to add bold to all the weeks. And we are going to add a space. We're going to insert a row. And to do, if you want a row above, so you hit the insert drop down and you insert sheet rows, and you'll notice it goes above the cell that you had selected. So now we'll go to week 2 and we're going to bold that again. We're going to hit on Monday because we want a row above that. Insert sheet rows. I did the same for weeks 2 and 3, and now I notice between weeks 3 and 4 I have a large gap. So now I would like to delete some rows. So I'm going to select the rows that I want to delete. And I'm going to come up here to the ribbon and I'm going to hit on the delete drop down, and now I'm going to delete some sheet rows. And you'll see that that moved that right up where it belongs without the extra space. Okay, so I went ahead and formatted the rest of the weeks right through week 7. So you'll be able to do that on your own. If not, you can go ahead and replay the video for the instructions on how to do that. The next thing we need to do is we need to get our words per minute out into column B so that we can work with it. Because if it's with the words, it's counted as a label and not a value, and you can't use a formula for a label. So we need to get the value out in B column. So in other words, for Friday, we have 26, and we're only going to write in column B where we have typing test numbers. So on Monday it would be 21, 23, 29. Basically, we're just going down and copying those numbers all the way down. Once you've got all your typing test scores in column B, you're going to go to the bottom of your column. Mine is in A56. Yours might not be 56, but just skip one line, one row, and write average WPM for average words per minute. Then in B56, I'm going to show you the average function. It looks a lot like our sum function that we learned. So we know that we have to start every formula with an equal sign. So I'm going to put an equal sign there, and then I'm going to start to type the word average. So instead of typing sum, like we've learned, we're going to use average. And just like the sum function, it's going to be equals average, and then the format is parentheses. And then we're going to enter our range of numbers. I'm going to scroll all the way up to the top because we have a long list of numbers. I'm going to pick the first one. Then it needs to be followed by a colon, or as some of you like to call it, the 2 dots. Hit your down arrow to go to the bottom of your numbers. So you want to go right there where it says Friday, no school, or maybe yours is blank. Close your parentheses and hit enter. And there you will have your average words per minute for the entire time that we've been taking our typing test. So for this student, it's 26.6087. Well, that looks like a very long number. So I am going to change that to 1 decimal place. So when we're working in Word Online, we're going to go ahead and hit our drop down. We're going to go to more number formats. We're going to choose number, and to change our decimal places to 1 and hit OK. And that just makes it a little bit neater. Finally, at the top in B1 and C1, I've put words per minute and average words per minute, and I've bolded and centered them. What you are going to finish for your assignment is an average for each week. So for the first week, it's only one day. I'm going to go ahead and we'll do that together. So we're going to do Thursday and Friday, even though there's nothing in Thursday. It won't affect the average. If there's only 2 numbers and a couple of blanks, it'll only average it by 2. So again, to do an average, it's an equals, because every formula has to start with an equal sign, average, parentheses, where you want the average to start, which is Thursday. I just clicked on B4, then I hit my down arrow. I'm sorry, don't forget the colon, the 2 dots. Then your down arrow. And make sure you only have the numbers in B. You just want Thursday and Friday. So B4 dot dot B5. Close your parentheses and hit enter. And that gives you an average of 26. Your assignment that is due today is to go ahead for all the other weeks, 2 through 7, and right next to the Friday, you're going to do the average for each week. Pardon me, you will be completing the average by tomorrow. You do have another assignment for today. So due tomorrow, March 19th, you will complete that average column for each week, weeks 2 through 7. Okay, to do. This is what you'll be doing today. If you haven't already, actually it was due yesterday, complete activity 3, how old are you on Neptune? Then activity 4, some of you have started it. You need to finish this today, career research. Then by tomorrow, your average spreadsheet should be done. And remember, continue every day. If you have a good keyboard at home, continue to record your typing scores daily, Monday through Friday, using freetypinggame.net. I hope you have a wonderful day, and please remember, if you have any questions at all, please use the Ask a Question discussion area, or you can also message me.